Hey you guys, this is gonna be another, I guess you could say talk. Can't really call it guys talk because I'm not a male, but I guess we can talk it, call it guy talk with a female. But I feel guided to do one for the males because I did one for the females. The power of a portal, and most definitely there's power, um, you know, in male energy as well. It's like two batteries. But if one is more dominant, the energy is more dominant than the other, you're setting yourself up for failure if you're not equally balanced in energy. You hook up with this energy vampire woman, okay? Um, so I'm feeling like I'm going to share this with the males because I don't want to leave you guys out. Because there's, some good men out there. And, um, at one point, you have come across a woman that was very dominant in sexual energy, where you might have felt like you were her, like pretty much her bitch or her servant or her peasant. You had this woman that talked down to you, cursed you out, probably cheated on you multiple times, probably was crazy as hell. But for some reason, you kept always going back to this woman, always. And usually men get caught up, these types of men that get caught up with women, um, not that they're not weak necessarily. So I might be speaking to you, but not that you're weak, but I feel you are more of a softer energy. You're not that hyper masculine energy, that player type and, trying to get up on, get over on somebody. Not that type of energy. So usually these types of women who carry that energy seeks out men like you. The ones that can take care of them, one that will buy them things, the one that just lets them do whatever they want. Um, you know, those types of women, and usually they come in packages that look like everything that you want. You know, um, goddesses. Not all goddesses energies are good. There's some goddesses that are destructive, deceitful, seductive. Very very lower vibrational. And then you have the goddesses that are of love and truth and compassion. So you got to have those balances, and not all gods are positive either. Some of them out there, they use their power for, the wrong reasons. And then we have those gods who are of truth and justice, okay? But usually these types of women, they come in these packages. Not that all beautiful women, obviously not all beautiful women are um, made equal. Not all beautiful women are deceitful and cunning and full of themselves and vain. And not all beautiful women are nice girls. It goes the same with men. But I feel like 9 times out of 10, these will be women that know that they're very beautiful. Um, their bodies are, like goddesses. They have that body, and they know what they're doing with their body sexually. They know what to say to their men. They know how to break them down. They know how to make them feel bad. In the bedroom, they know how to do certain things. They know just what to say. They are very well trained or well experienced. A lot of times, these are broken women. These are women that have been raped and abused um, in a younger age, may have involved in sex at a young age. So they already have that spirit within them. So you get into some shit with some woman, and she's not any good for you. And she doesn't even necessarily have to be quote unquote attractive. She could just be some bum chick, from around the way that you got caught up with. And it's just like you can't stop messing with this woman and you don't get it. So just like the females, when that man of a lower vibration taps into that lower, the bottom of the woman's, vagina, once he hits that area, he taps into her subconscious. So the thing is, if you're tapping into the subconscious of a woman that is seeking out to destroy, seeking out to take money from somebody, live up under someone, you know, she zaps you of your energy. Because the thing about us is, women, we have a portal. We take energy in. So that can be either a good or bad thing for us. Good meaning that if we're with the right male energy, that energy can both be powerful and revitalizing for us. In a good way for you, it empowers you in a positive way, not in a domination type of way. The bad about that for us is that the man zaps us of all of our energy, plays with our subconscious mind. We take on a lot of his destructive traits, his negative traits. For a man, when you tap into that woman that's lower vibrational, you take on some of her energy. It's kind of like got you. She's got you hooked. She's got you linked in, sucked in. Okay, that's why they call it a succubus. She sucks you in. So it's like you can't leave this woman alone. She's crazy as hell. She gets on your nerves. You don't have anything in common. You don't really even like her. There's some women that sleep with men that they can't stand, and they don't understand why. It's like, yeah, it's good sex, but it's just like, well, why can't I just leave him alone and get it from somebody else? It's like your subconscious mind is sucked into this woman, so that's why she can, oh, baby, can you do this for me? And you're like, I don't really want to, but you do it anyway. Or, she can lie to you. She can tell you whatever. She can tell you, oh, shut the fuck up. You ain't shit anyway or something. I've seen women like this. They know how to get over on men. They just got it like that. If you guys ever watched that movie, I'm going to use this as an example because she comes to mind. That movie, Boomerang. And what's her name's character? Robin Givens' character. Something like that. That type of woman. She knows how to use her pussy as a weapon, if you want to put it like that. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's the way that you do it. And in her case, she's doing it in a destructive way, in a deceitful way, okay? And it's just, you have to be very mindful as well about who you insert yourself into, because not all wounds have the power to heal you. You ever wonder why you're just like tired after sex all the time? Yeah, you could say it's because we burnt ourselves out, we did this, we did that. But in a sense, it's like you just feel drained. It's not that type of like relief, like I'm tired and I can go to sleep peacefully type of, burnout. It's like this like draining and foggy, like bogged down type of energy, and you just feel like depleted of all of your energy. That's a sign that you're dealing with a woman that's, her wound is, destructive. It's pulling your energy rather than charging it up. It's taking from it, okay? And you don't even have to insert in her. You can insert in her mouth, and the same goes, She's controlling you through that. So it can go both ways with men and women. It's just not just the men, because I don't know if any men watched the reading that I posted for the women, but I don't want you guys to think that I'm just attacking the men, because there is lower vibrational women out there too. They use their body as weapons, and and a lot of times it's for money. It's a lot of times it's for attention and status and multiple things. So you have to be really careful, because you always wonder why are these suckers always with these types of women, and it's because they seek out. They know which men they can get. Okay, and sometimes they do seek out men that, quote unquote, don't really have that it's like that, because these same women are actually weak women. They wouldn't be able to get over on the dogs. They wouldn't be able to get over on that type of man, because that man would have her, they would flip the script on her. They wouldn't be able to meet their match. It would be a totally different thing. But they like the men that they can, the soft types, the ones that like to cater to their women. Possibly a man that has been done wrong in the past. Sometimes they're not ideally the good looking ones, or they're not the thuggish type. So it's like, oh, he's an easy target. I can just use my beauty. I can just, throw my ass in his face, or my titties in his face, or just say the right things to him and make him feel like he's the man. And that's how they trick you. Like I said, I know that it's a fact. And sometimes it's not even always about lower vibration people. Sometimes it's just, you know, that you and that person are not a match to each other based upon the chemistry. There's really nothing there but the sex. There's nothing compatible about you. After you get out of bed, it's just like, well, why, what did I just do? Why am I here? And but at the same time, you keep pulling yourself back to that person. We could say it's karma, and a lot of times it is. Um, but we have to be mindful. Just like women have to be mindful who they let in them, men have to be very mindful of who they get into. Because then you'll be stuck with some baby mamas or whatever, married to some woman that you just despise for the rest of your life, will suck you of your resources, your energy, your money, you know, your time. And it's just like, it's not a peaceful relationship. It's only superficial. And sometimes you have men that want to heal and be there for women and save these women. Like, oh, I feel bad for her. She was raped when she was younger, or she was a stripper, and I want to save her. I want to turn her into, you know, this and that, or, you know, just whatever. Whatever the case may be for this woman. She might have lived a rough life, and she uses this sob story on you, because women, we're emotional. We know how to, you know, we know how to play when we want to. We can make people feel sorry for us. We can go in the store and, you know, pretend to be vulnerable so somebody can help us pick up something. You know, we just have that power over men. But if we utilize it in a negative way, you know, then that's where the problem comes in. But I really feel that men be very discerning. Um, Obviously, I don't have a penis, so I can't tell you who to, you know, who to slide in and who not to slide in. And it's hard, because usually these types of women, they'll do the shit that the other, you know, the so-called good woman or good girl won't do sometimes. And sometimes the bad boys have that power to tap in to the good woman or the good girl and make her, turn her into that nymphomaniac. That's usually how it goes. So it's like catch-22, I guess you can say. You know, it seems like things are not created equal, and I feel like they are. It's not to say that you'll never find a partner that can, you know, do it in a way that you like it, or that's, you know, crazy, wild, freaky, however you like it. That's not true. I feel like you just need to be discerning of what you're attracting. Because if you're the type of person, you might be an empath or a healer, you just naturally want to help people and you naturally feel for people. So it's easy for you to take on other people's energies and drama. So you might attract these types of women, these dynamics. Because as an empath, for me, I usually attract a lot of men who have problems, who like need healing, men who have self-esteem issues and they need to exercise their authority on someone else to make themselves feel better. And, you know, sometimes I give up my power, and that happens. I mean, I've been in a lot of dynamics where I've been turned into like a submissive person. It was never an equal sexual exchange. It was always like someone dominating me, trying to control me through sex, and even after. And these people are usually broken. They come from abusive backgrounds, one parent homes, some of them, low self-esteem, you know, confusion, don't know who they are. I even think I've messed around with some men who are sexually confused, and it's just like I have that energy, that empathic energy and healing that I just feel for people, and I just attract these people that need healing. And a lot of times at the end of the day, I feel like that's what they're really seeking. They're seeking healing through this powerful energy that you have. So it's like, I'm going to suck that in. That's what vampires do. And it's not so much that they're aware that they're energy vampires or they do it purposely. I feel like it's all subconscious most of the time. They don't know why that they're seeking this out, why they're doing it. But yeah, it's very important. Energy is always important. You know, you can't shake everybody's hand. You can't hug everybody. You can't be in everybody's home. You can't eat everybody's food. You can't let people touch your head even. Like, massage your feet, anything. Like, you have to be very careful of who you let invade your space, pretty much. Like, you can go out to a restaurant and feel icky for some reason. You can go to someone's house and your stomach just tightens up. You can shake someone's hand and automatically feel like a zap of energy. It's like, it's because we are vibrational beings. This universe is full of vibrations and a lot of things we can't see, and I'm sure a lot of you know that. But it's very important. You have to be very careful of who you interact with. You know, if you feel called to mess with someone that you feel like you're drawn to, or, you know, I feel for this person, I want to be there for them, just know what you're getting into. Because if you don't set healthy and clear boundaries, you're always going to be set up for failure. And like I was telling the women, you know, be very careful of going too deep or letting a man go too deep in you and hitting that part, because when he hits that bottom of you, he's hitting your spinal cord. It's tapped into your brain, the part of your subconscious mind, and he's programming you with all his bullshit, all of his insecurities, his sick, twisted thoughts, his power struggles, you know, and you start cussing a lot, because that happened to me. I was like, I might have said shit or something every now and then, but I was not a cusser. The type of music I started listening to, I wouldn't even listen to that type of music. And I knew he started having an influence on me, because it was just like I switched up as a person. And even when my grandma tells me, like, you know, when your family tells you something about you was different and you're like, no, it's not. It usually is. Because I wasn't that type of person. I wasn't like this sailor cusser. Like, I wasn't like that. But I got easily influenced by this person. I've even seen women who start picking up bad habits, like smoking cigarettes. You could say hanging around them does that, but I feel like you take on their energy, because you're taking he's hitting that other part of your battery. You know how they have the plus and the minus. It's like two batteries charging up, and somebody's taking the power, and you're taking on that other energy. So, it's pretty self-explanatory. I feel like you'll just take on too much of a person's energy. You don't know where you got it from, why you are saying certain things. So the woman, I always say, don't allow that person to tap in, you know, to that part of you. Don't let them go too far in you, because once they hit that, it's like you're done. Especially if this man is like energy vampire. He sucks your energy. He's programming you with all types of bullshit. These thoughts that you hate yourself, you're ugly, you're not beautiful, you're too this, you're too that. I gotta look like this type of person. And it's always some twisted stuff. So when you tap into a woman that's like that, low vibration, you'll start feeling like you're her bitch. Like, that's how I feel. Like, you'll start to feel like, what is wrong with me? Like, why am I allowing this person to treat me like this and do this and that to me and say this? A lot of men that deal with these type of women allow them to cheat and know that they're cheating on them, but still stay with her after that, you know, and just pretty much look stupid. Okay. So I'm sure some of you have experienced this. Just, you know, be mindful as well, because men can be vulnerable, okay, to energies. And it's not, like I said, it's not always about the lower vibrational people that can take your energy. Sometimes it's you just match up with that partner that you're not supposed to be with, and you guys can bring each other down. It'll be a destructive relationship. You guys are fighting. You guys are arguing all the time, cheating all the time. You know, it's just a negative energy. And I've been in relationships like that too, where we were not supposed to be involved with each other. And it was just like a toxic, destructive relationship. But it's like the sex keeps bringing you back to each other. And it's like feeding off of one another. So that's another dynamic too, all within itself. But I hope I'm not rambling on. And I hope that this made some sense, gives you some clarity. These are just my takes on it. Like I said, I don't have a dick, but obviously I pick up energy and I look at things in a certain way, and I step back and observe a lot of dynamics, and I see how this works. And it's like women get kind of jealous, like, what does she have that I don't have, type of stuff, and why are all these quote unquote hoes getting wifed up, you know? And a lot of times it's because when you really look at it, they're choosing these men that are very vulnerable. A lot of times they have self-esteem issues. For some of them, they need that Barbie doll. They need that trophy on the side that makes them feel good. And these women know that. And they use their pussy for, I hate using these words, sorry. They use that their portal to get over. You know, like I'm going to land me a baller, or I'm going to land me somebody that's got this or has that. He's going to take care of me. He's going to take care of my family. He's going to buy me this. He's going to buy me that. Well, hey, okay, yeah. And that's why that dynamic is. And it is what it is. And just like men can say, like, what has he got that I don't? He's a dog. He just lies. He treats women like this. He's a player, but still women give it up to him. Well, hey, these women are like, we're vulnerable. We're lonely. We don't have any spice or fire in our lives. Sometimes oh, I don't feel beautiful. You know, I don't look like this. I don't look like that. I don't have that. Um, you know, people just think I'm just this or that, so they don't sleep with me, or I have kids, or, you know, this or that. So this bad boy comes and he strokes your ego and makes you feel like something. He's doing this and doing that to you. Yeah, he's got your mind all fucked over. So, you know, it goes either way. But yeah, I feel like I've rambled on way, way, way too long. So I hope that this wasn't just like blah, blah, blah type of message or whatever. I hope that it really hit something or clarify something for you, whether you're male or female listening to this. I hope in some way it helps you, that it's healing to you. And that's it, you guys. As always, I'm sending you much love. Peace.